Hey everyone, so it's Kevin here from Drophippo. So if you remember, I done a live Instagram Q&A on Friday and it went a bit wrong where our recording never worked. So here we are today, redoing it, and hopefully I get through everything that we covered on Friday and more. As you can see, my beard has certainly grown since then. Not sure if I'm going to keep it. Even though you said that I should keep it, I'm not sure. I don't know if it's me. Bald head, beard. Anyway, so the first thing I want to say is we are getting a lot of messages asking about if our business is open. Yes, we are open for business. We have no issues at the moment with sourcing products and delivering. Not saying we don't have issues. Some things we won't be doing, which is batteries and liquids, due to the fact they just can't get shipped out at the moment, unless you're willing to pay a really high price with the couriers. Which brings me on to my next thing. You'll be noticing it a lot lately that you'll be getting your supplier, your agent, AliExpress will all be increasing their prices maybe 2, 3 times a week, sometimes four. And the reason being that is there's just less planes leaving China at this time. So there's less space, less room on these planes. So everyone's trying to get on. It's also extremely busy right now. It is the best time to be doing drop shipping. That's my thoughts anyway, because people are all home, they're all ready to be online and be buying. So it's your ideal time to be making sales. But that brings us to the point of where you get that bottleneck at customs. So even though we're using dedicated shipping lines like 4PX, who we use because we have built a relationship up with them over the last few years, and we trust them, and they're really good to us. If anything happens with your packages, they're always willing to help us out. So that's just, it's going to be part and parcel of the current situation that we're all in at the moment with this pandemic, with the coronavirus, that um, the shipping prices are going to increase, and they're going to increase more than they are now. Um, we're also hearing talk of USPS um, in America increasing its price, but we'll wait and see. That's a Trump thing. I'm not sure of anything else, so we're just waiting to see what happens there. But if you communicate with your customers, I'm sure you'll be fine with price increases and other things that I'm going to discuss with you over the next period of probably 30 minutes or so. So it's always best stay at the end to the end, because I'm going to share with you some niches and answer some questions that you asked me on Friday. Also, if you subscribe at the bottom, you'll get updated with our next video, because I'm going to be doing these a lot more often to ensure you are always up to date. And if you need subtitles, let me know and I'll arrange that either for in your language or just English, because I'm told I can't speak English. But anyway, so as it says, we use 4PX, right? So let's just think not just on 4PX or China or whatever. If you think on like Italy, for instance, you can still ship fine to Italy, but once your parcel arrives in Italy, obviously due to the devastation in the deaths there and what's happening, which is horrendous, their internal mail system is a lot slower at this point in time, due to either people self-isolating or they're off with the coronavirus. So they have a depleted um, staff workforce. So it's the same in a lot of countries, USA, UK, Canada. They're all going to have a depleted workforce where it's not running at full capacity, but your parcels will still arrive. It's not a nightmare. 99.9% of your customers are all going to understand that this is an unprecedented time that we're in, and that things will happen, but your parcel will still arrive, and it just might take that extra 5 to 6 days to get there than it would normally, even with express line shipping. So I just want you to understand that and to be able to relay that over to your customers, and just push the fact that things will arrive. It just might be a wee bit longer than normal. Okay. So the other thing I was going to, it's the best thing to speak of, because as we know, longer delivery times always bring about the thing that is our drop shippers' biggest nightmare, and that is chargebacks. So if you think on chargebacks, there is ways to go about limiting these, and the way to go about this is not waiting on the customer coming to you. You should be in, or your VA or someone that works for you should be in checking your tracking daily. If they see it's taking a longer time to arrive or to update, either get in touch with us, or alternatively, which I think is great, if you see it's arrived in the USA or the UK, but it's still pending its next stage, get in touch with that customer. Just send them an email and say, hey, we know your order is taking a wee bit longer, but please understand that under these circumstances that things are a little bit slower at this time, but we are keeping an eye on it and ensuring that it is getting through the system. So not to worry, your order will arrive with you as soon as it possibly can, really. Which brings me to another thing. If you're thinking on logistics-wise, let's think on Amazon Prime at the moment. Amazon Prime can't deliver next day some of their goods, and they're the biggest logistics company in the world for e-commerce, and they can't deliver next day. But your customers will expect that same type of service, because they still expect you to be Amazon Prime, even though you're drop shipping from China or you're drop shipping from the USA warehouse. It just depends. But you just need to have that in the back of your mind to remember, if Amazon Prime is having issues and they're working through it, so can you. There's ways to do it. So we'll go through that. Keep your customer constantly updated, even if that's sending out periodic emails and just saying, hey, we know blah blah blah, under the current situation things seems to be not moving. They actually are moving. Just please be patient with us. We are working our best to ensure that your order gets to you in a timely manner. And there's another thing that we've got on our blog, which is a way to limit your chargebacks. Now, they say it does it by about 80%. It can limit chargebacks by about 80%. So what I'll do is I'll put a link down the bottom here to that blog, and you can implement that to your PayPal account and see if it helps limit chargebacks as well, because it's the biggest thing in the world is chargebacks, and communication stops this. Communicate. Don't wait on a customer. All right, sometimes you can't help it because a customer will want their goods within 5 days and they'll email you. That's just crazy. So you're going to get them. But if you have great follow-up emails, you can build in Klaviyo, you can even build in MailChimp or MailerLite or whatever else that you're using as your email service provider for your e-commerce store, then make sure you're following up constantly. And you can have that done automated. Just automate it and ensure that your customer is always aware, that you're thinking on them and you've not just left them to come to you, and all of a sudden they're coming at you very angry. But if you've actually been proactive and more open with them, then they're more likely not to put that chargeback in and give you that little bit of time to ensure that the item gets there. in time. Okay, so hopefully that really kind of helps you on the chargebacks. But feel free to ask any questions about that, and as I says, I'll also post a link to it as well, because chargebacks are one of the biggest things that put people off drop shipping, and they can be avoided. Not all of them, it does happen, but they definitely can be. The high scale ones can be avoided by just being able to communicate better with your customers, who are your clients and who are they hold your wages, your money. That's your money, your profit. So you need to do everything to help them and ensure that they are communicated with and understand what the situation is at the moment in the logistics side of things, which is the major area that you need to focus on. Now, as I say, stay to the end. We're near the end. At this point, I'm going to go into some niches, or do we call it niche? Niches. Scotland, we say niches, but does it matter? It's all the same. So let's go into some that are working at this point in time for e-commerce in the lockdown. So what's going on at the moment is everyone's staying at home. The kids are at home. They're off school, annoying their mums and dads, running around their feet, being little. And also people are not able to get to the gym and exercise. Okay, so these are just three that I'm going to speak about at the moment, and then there's another one that I'm going to speak about at the end, which I think is a fantastic one, and I'm seeing huge potential in it at the moment. I see a lot of sales in it at the moment, and we are bringing out some stuff for it. So that'll be an interesting one to keep watching for. So the first one is going to be exercise. Okay, so you've all seen the resistance bands, the ones on the door, and all this kind of thing, right? Don't use them myself, but they are selling really, really well. So we actually had to start manufacturing these items ourselves, because at first what we done is we ordered in some samples from some manufacturers, and they just snapped. They were no use to anyone really. They were used, but if you were putting the real pressure on, they're going to snap. So we had to go ahead and start the process of manufacturing these ourselves. So thankfully, we've been able to do that. We've got the capacity of a few thousand a day to be able to ship out now. So these are selling really well. So go for it, guys. Get in there. But not just that, not just the resistance band, but think and exercise at home in another way as well. So you've got all different things, like you've got your yoga. Yoga is a great one as well, because there's so many things out there, like apps that have come out that are doing daily yoga, and YouTube channels that are doing daily yoga. So you can actually see that people are doing more of it. So you can start advertising to this group of people some yoga products, whatever you find that you think could sell. And the other one was weightlifting. Now, somebody put me onto this today. It wasn't on the Instagram live, and they were talking about weightlifting. Okay, so they were talking about, let's get some dumbbells. Let's sew some dumbbells and send them out and see how we go. And I'm going, no, that's too heavy. I was like, can you imagine the weights of sending dumbbells from China? So there's actually ones that you can put water in, or you can put sand in. So it's like an empty shell and just the bar, and send that. So you still have your weights. Okay. So it's just different sizes of the dumbbells, and each, whatever you feel it was, is the different weight it will come to. So that is another one that I'm going to have up on the app this week for you, because exercise, as I say, is a huge one. And just somebody saying that to me today brought it into me. There must be a way where we can ship something similar to that, and we found it, and we're just in the process seeing if the stock's available for that. Now, here's the next one. homeschooling. Kids are getting homeschooled every day. So I'm not really clued up in what sells in the homeschooling department. So I would say do your research, find out what would help parents, however you say it, teach their kids, or help them with their schoolwork at home, things that will keep them occupied or help them be occupied while they're doing their schoolwork at home. I know a lot are using laptops and different things like that, but there's also different things that you can use, notepads and pens, different ways. Just there's a whole stream of stuff that you can find. And what we usually do is we go to allyshark.com if we're ever looking for products for our users, because we also put up stuff that we think are trending or are selling. So we do that. So look on there and just see what you can find, and hopefully you find something useful. The other one about kids is they're not always going to be home getting schooled at home. They need to be entertained. Kids, do you want to just give them the iPad and let them play the iPad all night? Or let them play the iPad all day? No, you don't want to do that. So you need something that keeps the kids entertained. So like toys or interactive toys, things like that. So what we've done is we have one massive jigsaw getting released this week, which we are extremely proud of. I don't think we have the pictures of it at the moment. So we have the picture of part of the work. Let's see, part of the work that we got done to actually make the pieces for it. You'll have seen it. It's one that's out, but it's no longer available. People are still selling it, but they're not getting it shipped. So same as with the resistance band, we just made it. Why not? So it's like this. Does this come up in the camera any good? So it's like the impossible jigsaw. Okay. So that's just another thing to have in your mind, like jigsaw is that kind of thing, interactive, something that's going to keep them entertained, but not also that just use their mind as well and keep their mind active, because keeping the kids' mind active is one of the main things that you really want to be doing. All right. So here's another thing as well. So if I just find a way to so sorry about that coughing. Is what else happens? Right, with everyone on lockdown, there is lots of families that are not usually together around about dinner time. So now they are all around about at dinner time, and they're all cooking together and really sitting down for their dinner together, which is something I would say like in the UK, and I'm not sure about the USA, but it's not a huge part of life here. People will get their dinner at all different times of the day, and I'll get mine maybe 6 o'clock, but my wife won't eat till 8, 9, just depends. So now everyone's home, not going to work. They're all able to cook at home. So the great thing here is, who knows what sells the best? Kitchen goods. Who's made a lot of money in kitchen goods? Hands up. Put your hands up. Kitchen goods. Guys, come on. This is one of the biggest niches on the planet that I've seen. Kitchen items, from the automatic stirring thing for the pot and the soup, absolutely fantastic. Boom, there it is, selling again, because families are home. So get a look into the kitchen niche and just get going, just boom, test, and get over to us. Find out if we can get it and we can source it for you. Remember, we have a MOQ of 20 at the moment, just because things are so busy. And we want to keep everything flowing and not just be pricing products that have no sales. So it's quite an important thing, because it helps our other users that are scaling at the moment, and other ones that are coming on board as well with these products that have orders, and we're able to work and just keep everything flowing nice. Okay, so kitchen, really I'm serious when I say kitchen. It's women. They just love to buy things for their kitchen. They really do. So that's what I would be going for. As you know, we don't run stores, we run Drophippo. So we are one of the most transparent actual drop shipping companies out there, because we don't run stores. So you know, when you send a product to us privately, that product's private. That doesn't go to anyone else. So come on over to Drophippo with your private products. And now I'm going to tell you answers to the questions that you gave me on Friday night. Okay, so I have some over here. You'll see that I keep looking over here, and it is just really to keep me on track, because I can very easily go off track at times, and people, like you'll know, my man Yusuf knows, and Agar, he knows as well, that I can just keep talking. So I want courier shipping times. So we have spoke about that. So we aim for 7 to 14 days. Okay, not including the 1 to 3 day processing time. Okay, now at the moment, this is going to be a wee bit longer than this. I'm being serious with you guys. It's not going to be too much longer. Some are arriving in the UK, I'm going to be honest, in Europe in 10 days and under. But USA, places like that are a lot different. Australia is a lot different. It's a lot longer. But just be aware, shipping times can be a lot longer, even on express lines. So make sure you communicate, as I said earlier on, with the customer, and keep them chargebacks down. Products we do. What do we not do? At the moment, battery products and liquid products. Some liquid we can do, but we prefer not to, because even the smallest amount of liquid can get sent back from customs. Also powder, actually, like a bag of powder. We've had some orders sent back for that. So just be careful what you're doing, and ensure, if you're not using us, ensure you speak to your suppliers, your agents, or on AliExpress, message them and speak to them and make sure that they can get that shipped out. Don't take their word for gospel. As I said, I could quite easily say I'll send out battery and whatever items and not be able to, and just say it's stuck at customs, but not, we're honest, no, sorry, we don't do them. I would rather be upfront with you and ensure that you get a better experience. How to get private products sourced. So that's quite an easy one. So all you do is just go to drophippo.com. Down at the bottom, right on the corner, you will see a little chat box on there. Click it and just get in touch with us, and one of us will get back. Well, one of the team will get back to you and let them know what you need, and they will help you out. If you have any issues there, feel free to email in at info@drophippo.com, and we'll get you sorted. There's many ways to get in touch with us: Instagram, Facebook, you name it. The group, Facebook.com/drophippo.com for the page, and Facebook.com/groups/drophippo for the group. All right, support times. Now, I'm going to be honest here, they're around 8 a.m. till about 10 p.m. at night. We do that UK time. Now, the reason being is we're not 24/7, as we did try, and a lot of people don't come on during the night, and the ones that do are not needing things urgently, so they can be solved in the morning when we come back online, or the team comes back online. So there's no need for a 24/7 support line. And one thing I'm going to say now is please be courteous to our support staff. They are under a lot of stress at the moment as well with just everything, the changes in pricing for shipping they need to relay to customers under pressure from their customers. So be courteous and they'll be courteous back to you. We've got one of the best support teams, I feel anyway, because we're all, from being running drop shipping in businesses, we know how we felt when we spoke to drop shipping agents, and we just felt as if we were never, how can you put it? They weren't interested. We are interested. We want to see you grow, and we love showing off when you do. We love showing off and saying, look, these guys made it. First drop shipping store, made 1 million through Drophippo. That kind of thing. The app and information about the app. Okay, so the app you get from app.drophippo.com, or just go to drophippo.com, and up in the corner, just click get started, and it will take you there to install the app. And you can do everything from inside the app. You can contact support from inside the app, see the products that we have in the USA warehouse, which we can ship in about 2 to 6 days, maybe 2 to 8 days at the moment in the US, just with USPS. But what I will say to you is, if you're selling with us at the moment and with the app, always go in and check the app. Just have a wee refresh the app, check your product is still there. If your product is not there, please remove it. Because things are changing daily, and it's very hard for us to go and just update you constantly. And we don't want to be sending emails out, mass email out daily saying, hey, such and such a product has had to be removed. So be proactive, go in the app, have a refresh, see if things are there, because things are changing so fast. It's really hard to kind of keep up with every single product, but we're doing our best, and guys, doing well. There's guys out there. I've never seen it like this. Every day is like Black Friday for some of our sellers, and they're having. We're in a pandemic, but where there's a crisis, there's money to be made, and that's the sad thing about things like this. But what you've got to remember is you're also serving a purpose. So if you think about the niches that I just spoke about, exercise, you're fulfilling that need for that person who is in lockdown in coronavirus. The homeschooling stuff, you're serving a purpose. The home entertainment for kids, or even for adults, there you go, home entertainment for adults. I'm sure Lyndon, if he's listening or watches this, he'll know. He had his home entertainment. So that you're serving a purpose. And the kitchen items, you're serving a purpose there as well. So you're not out there making money off a crisis in a bad way. You're serving a purpose. So really, that's all I'm wanting to cover. I hope he's got stuff from it, but also he's understood my accent. And don't forget, as I said, subscribe. Don't forget, because we're going to be bringing out more of these. And we also have our mini course coming out that I am actually building at the moment. So it's going to be everything from building your store from scratch, how to find a domain name, how to get different things that you never think on. I've got one magic theme that I want to show you. I think is fantastic for people just starting out in drop shipping, and it's free. So we have that to show you and how to build it up and make it, and we'll go right through everything to sourcing products, which is us. I'm not going to say go to someone else, but also to research for products, Facebook ads, different things, branding, you name it, the whole lot. So guys, girls, hope you got something from that. Have an absolutely fantastic morning, day or night, whenever you watch this, and I hope to speak to you all soon.